The woman lost her boyfriend's engagement ring, removed her SIM card, and resolutely boarded a flight abroad. At first, the boyfriend thought she was just throwing a tantrum, but when the wedding ceremony began, and the bride didn't show up, he realized his girlfriend had truly left him. Without heeding his secretary's objections, he rushed home in a panic. Seeing 3 pairs of her shoes at the door, he breathed a sigh of relief, thinking she hadn't really left. However, when he entered the bedroom, he couldn't stay calm any longer. Her belongings had long since disappeared. He didn't believe it and went to the closet, but the wardrobe that used to be full of clothes was now completely empty. The man felt dizzy, unable to accept the fact that his girlfriend had left. He hurried to the airport, hoping to stop her, but he forgot that all of this was his own fault. Just 3 days ago, the woman had accompanied her boyfriend to a social event, where his business partners forced her to drink one glass after another. Her stomach was in turmoil, but the boyfriend didn't care at all. Instead, he flirted with his secretary, ignoring his girlfriend's suffering. Finally, the deal was made, but the boyfriend left without a word, embracing his delicate secretary. The woman watched them walk further away, feeling like she had fallen into an ice cave. She couldn't remember when her boyfriend stopped caring about her. They had been in love for 8 years, once inseparable, cherishing every moment together. They had even founded their own company, with her name on the company's orders. At that time, she was so moved, and gave everything to him without hesitation. Even when drinking for business caused her stomach ulcers, she never complained, hoping to one day marry him. But then the boyfriend was seduced by the pretty secretary, and the wedding date kept getting delayed. Seeing intimate photos sent by the secretary, the woman finally ran out of patience, and decided to leave. She threw the engagement ring into the trash, then called her father, agreeing to the arranged marriage. When she returned home, she saw the secretary in her boyfriend's arms. She no longer cared for their excuses. Once this was their love nest. But who moved in now was no longer her concern. Exhausted, she turned to leave, but the boyfriend suddenly called her, and ordered her to make stomach-soothing porridge for his little secretary. Without a second thought, she refused, to which the boyfriend complained about her immaturity. In response, she took out her medical record, saying she was feeling unwell. But when the boyfriend saw it, he accused her of overreacting. Then, he took the secretary to the bedroom to rest. The woman remained unusually calm. At that moment, her marriage partner called, asking if she had really thought this through. After hearing her boyfriend's attitude, she became even more resolute in leaving, and confirmed that she would fly out the day after tomorrow for the wedding. Her boyfriend had no idea, still making breakfast for the secretary with tender care. The secretary's sweet words made him feel on top of the world. Meanwhile, the woman, who didn't know how to act coquettishly, was left ignored. She could only eat the leftover breakfast. At that moment, she accidentally saw her boyfriend's suit on the secretary's bed. Realizing they had spent the night together, the secretary pretended to be pitiful, explaining she was afraid of the dark, so she asked him to stay with her. To make up for it, the boyfriend gave the woman a gift the secretary had rejected, and firmly stated that the wedding would be held tomorrow. The woman pretended to agree, just to get her revenge at the wedding. The next day, the wedding arrived as planned, but the woman was nowhere to be found.